When you have a very small company, but pretty much every game that you come out with is absolutely outstanding, and then you release a new edition of an existing game, sometimes people wonder why, what's the point? The game already works, why getting anything new? Well, today we're going to be taking a look at two games from one of those companies, and the company is Sirlin Games. And we're going to take a look at Puzzle Strike 3rd edition, Bag of Chips. But not just that, oh no! We're also going to be taking a look at Puzzle Strike Shadows, the expansion that you can play without Puzzle Strike. But I'm not going to be taking a look at what the game plays like or not, oh no. We're just going to take a look at whether the content of these boxes are worth the money you spent. Welcome to the GMS Magazine unboxing videos. Puzzle Strike came out a little while ago, and with its online ability to actually teach you how to play the game, there's absolutely no excuse not to learn how to play it. It had a very, very big acclaim, and it was very well received until the 3rd edition came out, as I was mentioning earlier. So let's not dwell into it and just take a look and see what is inside. And for starters, the characters are just as cute as they ever were. I mean, they're just absolutely adorable to look at, and they look proper badass. Awesome. The Fantasy Strike universe is just beautiful, and I think it's a very fantastic idea. Sirlin Games has continued with the same franchise. As with the original Puzzle Strike, I mean, it begins impressing, I have to say. 4 fabric bags, where you can keep your chips that you will be playing with, because the game is up to 2 people, and then the inserts where you can place all your gems that you will use to play. The game plays like a card building game, but instead of playing with cards, you play with chips, which some people think makes it a little bit more uncomfortable, but it doesn't bother me at all. Then we have these little screens that you will be using to hide your chips from the other players. You don't want them to see what you have got. You get 4 of them, red, the blue, the yellow, and the inserts are just gorgeous. The 8-bit type decorations with the characters are absolutely terrifically cute. Love them. And the green. Then we get 4 player boards. Very well wrapped, indeed. The quality of the board is a little bit on the thin side. Not much, but a little bit on the thin side. The colors are vibrant. The graphic design is great. You see everything that you need to see, where and when you need to see it, which is what's meant to happen. So I don't have any complaints at all, and I have to say it's a very good addition, because an awful lot of card games could do with something like this. It tells you where you have your discard pile, your bag of chips can be, where the piles are meant to be coming from. Everything is there in one place, and it helps how the game continues. So this is a fantastic addition, and you get 4 of these, 1 per player. Well done. Move this out of the way, because otherwise the camera won't see anything. The rulebook, my golly, is huge. Not particularly huge in terms of number of pages, because it's only 15 pages. But the size is actually pretty... It's A4, so shit. Now these I like. ladies and gentlemen, these I like an awful lot. Big graphics, in your face, good big font, lovely illustrations, and everything seems to have an example. I like that. Introduction is very much to the point. Object of the game, what components they are, chips, the setup, what chips you have, the starting deck, the turn phases. Puzzle Strike is not a difficult game to actually learn to play at all. And I could understand if some people felt a little bit intimidated by these rules. I would say don't be at all. Sirlin Games has this ability to actually allow you into the game very quickly and very easily, as it happened with Yomi and many other games they have. So I wouldn't be put off by this. It's lovely to look at. I bet it's lovely to read as well. And I know that the results will be worth playing the game. And the chips. And there are lots and lots and lots of them. So we're not going to take a look at all of them, because, you know, that would take a while. And it's a while that we don't have, because you have things to do, not just looking at this video. I know who you are. But let's open this. Now the quality of the chips is, the cardboard is as good as it needs to be and could be expected. This is very thick cardboard. In fact, I would venture to say, and I'm going to put my neck on the line here, this is probably as thick as a real plastic poker chip would be, but in cardboard. I know some people feel that handling this is a little bit uncomfortable, but it also gives this game the edge of actually playing in a different way. So I can afford this. There are an awful lot of them. The graphics are lovely that come with them. Bright, big numbers, no confusion. Something that should be mirrored by an awful lot of companies out there. So I cannot fault this thing at all. But in the intro, I was also mentioning the expansions. So if you may, I'm just going to get rid of this stuff. Put everything very quickly back in the box. Don't go away. This goes in here. And that's something else. This game is easy to pack back, even if it has a lot of components. And the expansion, ladies and gentlemen, here it is. Bag of chips, Shadows. Now this is not just an expansion. This is a game in itself. You don't need, you do not need Puzzle Strike 3rd edition to actually play Bag of Chips Shadows. Of course, it's nice if you have it, and in fact you should, but you don't need it. And that's credit to Sirlin Games as well, because they could have gone the let's get the expansion alone so people have to buy both things. They haven't, and that is commendable. Same 4 bags, same production values, same inserts, another 4 player boards. Yeah, sorry for that. Same material. Again, beautiful graphics. I mean, Sirlin Games, they always use absolutely fantastic illustration. You know, the Fantasy Strike universe is absolutely lovely, and they are not short of good artists. And David Sirlin has a fantastic eye for what make a good-looking game without the graphics getting in the way of the playability. So that's terrific. Again, rulebook, following the same formula. If ain't broken, why fix it? With big graphics, everything seems to be well illustrated, well explained. Turn phases, from the basic strategies to how the game plays for 2 to 4 people, combat mode, so on and so forth. Again, 4 little screens with the mega sweet 8-bit characters out there. So it's basically another version of Puzzle Strike. I don't know if I can call this an expansion, because although it expands the game, but it plays by itself. You don't need the game. So it's basically the same game, but with different characters. And that's pretty good. I actually like that, because it gives you guys a choice, you know, which one you want to play. That's brilliant. So well done for that. Of course, if you're a collector, you should have both. The components, again, the chips are the same as you get with the 3rd edition. Just as thick, just as colourful, and everything is just as lovely. I am not surprised at all. I was expecting great things from Sirlin Games, and they have delivered again. I know that the game is lovely to play. I really enjoy it an awful lot. So I'm not going to go into the gameplay. That will be for another video, hopefully at some point. But I will say that you will not regret spending money on this game. Just the components themselves are worth every penny that you have to pay for them. I know that you will like playing it, even if the chips can be a little bit uncomfortable in some people's hands at some point. This is a 5-star production. It really is flawless. It's fantastic. I really can't fault it. I don't have anything bad to say. The only thing, if I wanted to say something, would be, oh, the box is a little thing, but it isn't. It's the standard game box. Please just buy this. It really is excellent, absolutely excellent. I'm very happy with this, and I really hope that Sirlin Games will continue producing this quality that a lot of companies out there should learn from. Well done indeed.